I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
This accelerated very quickly.
Yes. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is me, Sean Tank Top, and we are over here, not in the Burlington. I mean, we're kind of in the Burlington. We're in an undisclosed location.
Yeah, sure.
We're in an undisclosed location right now, taking the means and taking the time to make sure that we're being safe, that we're trying to be as socially distanced as we can be in this time during this fucking pandemic, which I hope that all of you are doing the same. But we got to keep this train rolling on Manly Movie Monday. We're doing 1987's They Live, and directed by John Carpenter, starring Rowdy Piper and Keith David.
Oh, Silverthroat himself.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
So are these like wrestler guys?
Keith David, you'll actually remember from when we watched The Thing. Do you remember when they end up in this? Then they're both like drinking alcohol and like staring at each other.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah.
That's Keith David.
Okay,
is the one
cool.
who's not Kurt Russell.
Cool.
Action sci-fi satire.
Right.
Oh.
It has an element of satire to it, and basically it kind of entails this kind of drifter, makes it to town, tries to establish himself, gets caught up with a box of mysterious sunglasses.
Right.
From there, he kind of sets him off on this kind of weird journey.
I know John Carpenter, but he's like a horror guy.
More of a horror guy
Right,
than he's
absolutely.
known for horror. He's mostly known for horror and sci-fi. I mean, he did Halloween. He did The Thing.
Oh, Halloween.
Yeah, he did Halloween. He did The Thing. He did Assault on Precinct 13, The Fog, Big Trouble in Little China.
Which I would love to
that's
see.
also been
I still
on.
have
I've
not
seen that one in the
That's
comments
another big.
as well.
That's another big one that we should check out. The cool thing about Carpenter is that either he will really kind of straightforward kind of commit to something and kind of make you like a classy genre film, but then he has some movies that he does that are these cool little kind of sidesteps in him examining the genres in which he kind of goes forward with. He cut his teeth in horror, but he'd also shown that he could do action movies like Assault on Precinct 13.
Sure.
Big Trouble in Little China was
Surprisingly versatile director.
Yeah, he really is.
This kind of dovetails on what you were saying about satire. This is a film where, even though I have never seen it, could not name
You've
a
seen
character.
some shit from it.
Yeah, so I can't name a single character, a single plot event. I don't know what the film is about even, but I'm familiar with the fundamental trope, or I guess gimmick of the film, which is that Rowdy puts on sunglasses and he can see the world for what it really is. And what it really is terrifying in some way, right? And it's revealing that there's something disgusting going on in the facade.
There's a nefarious facade of which the world is being cloaked over by a lot of people.
And so this is a film that, like I said, even though I know nothing about except that, has become widely used in visual media as a shortcut. Like if you had a politician that you didn't like, you would depict someone putting on the glasses and it just says liar. Yes. You know what I mean? On a person, right? So.
Yeah. And if you guys want to watch this extended, uncut, full reaction to this movie, you can hit us up on patreon.com/SeanTankTop. Hit us up at the Night of House Burlington tier. Oh, and he threw it over the fucking car that was there.
Oh, damn.
And
see
that's how
that?
it turned over. Oh, shit. And you will get access to all of those things. We appreciate y'all very much.
I'm excited to tick this one off the box. That was great.
That was really fucking cool. That was great. I
know, right?
And we're rolling.
Yeah.
The film has started now.
Well, he knows how to do a fucking title sequence thing, the opening to
The Thing was great.
The Thing was great. Fucking Halloween is iconic. He knows how to do shit like that.
Yeah. Rowdy looks enormously like, what is the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
That's Rowdy.
Is it Rowdy? Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
It's like
My boys.
This music's fucking wild.
Ooh, it's John's. He's composing it too.
No way.
He writes all the music for his movies.
What a champ.
Right?
Nothing but ruin and misery, and the fear of God and not before their eyes.
More observations and judgments of the world,
Yes.
you know? Knowing this film's central mechanism that I already talked about, I already can feel being pulled into the psychology of the film,
Yeah.
right? This does seem overtly to be evoking Americana imagery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah! All I know is
Oh, man.
if you're drifting, how are you getting that much protein? That's what I.
Yeah,
wanna
that's
know.
right, that's right.
You know?
Hey, there's Keith David
There he
himself
is.
in surprisingly great shape.
You need a place to stay?
His voice is great.
Oh, he's great. He's one of the all-time. Did you ever watch Gargoyles back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, did he voice the main?
He's Goliath. He's the main guy.
As long as Elisa is safe, and to assure that, I will follow her.
Damn!
Love
Love that. I want to rewatch that.
Stop remaking like The Lion King.
Right.
Pop 100 mil on a fucking Gargoyles
We
movie.
already know what The Lion King is about.
This is very clearly like California.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It didn't seem specifically
Not at first.
situated at first.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely West.
We gave the steel companies a break when they needed it. Know what they gave themselves? Raises.
Fat cats on Wall Street. The millionaires and the billionaires.
Billionaires.
That resembles sleep.
Oh, goddamn hacker, that second damn night that asshole was cutting.
This guy is like
Pirate TV.
he's like pirating the fucking TV waves.
He's hacking. He's hacking the net.
Yeah.
Non-existent. They have created a repressive society, and we are their unwitting accomplices.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Their intention to rule rests.
I think we all get that there's this like something going on under the surface,
Yes.
right? And we're all being indoctrinated. And I think that this film's ability to kind of square with owning that kind of silly premise, but to just accept it and to make it the absolute reality.
Right.
There's no smirking here.
Carpenter knows when to play it straight and when to kind of
Yeah.
yuck it up a little bit.
Yeah. So they are the
They're like the pirates.
Resistance
They're
movement,
the
yeah.
pirates. Oh shit.
Your door was open.
Let me touch your face.
yeah, you're on it. dude.
Yeah, right.
When a priest starts telling me things he wants to touch and the hands go down, I'm getting a little nervous, you know?
Leave it alone, man. It ain't none of my business. Ain't none of yours.
His delivery is very unique to me, and I
Oh
really
my
like
god.
it. Call me on edge.
When this many police show up and start throwing flares
Yeah.
and shit like that,
Waco
yeah.
all over. Oh,
This does not resemble judicial process because it's probably not.
Right.
Smash him good. That ugly poor. I'm gonna beat that dissidence out of you, bitch.
Right.
Roddy has been good at observing in the course of this film. He
Yeah.
just kind of stares
Well,
at the
I also
camera.
think that Carpenter's always been really great at utilizing his actors to their capabilities.
Yes.
I don't know if we're ever gonna get like There Will Be Blood performance out of a Roddy
No, it's not gonna
Piper,
happen.
but he's like, I'm gonna tailor this to your strengths.
Hey man,
you
that's
know?
just resourcefulness.
Oh yeah, because he ran into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ran into that little like kind of secret like little cubby hole. He's like, ah, shit.
Knockoff Ravens.
I mean, you could probably sell them for like what, $2 a pop or something like that.
Guys living in a tent town. I think this is definitely a boon for
Yeah,
him,
right,
Like-
totally.
So that's interesting. He stashes it. So here we go.
Oh
right?
shit.
all right, so I'm excited to see this. Oh, I was gonna mention Obey earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is partially where this comes from.
Yeah.
Wow, this is awesome. What did the bottom say?
No independent thought.
I would say this message is pretty radical for
Yeah.
the 80s. I mean, I think it's still. I think it feels pretty
I think
pretty
what he
radical
was-
now.
Absolutely.
A deeply profound and visually arresting gimmick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
See, this part just feels like a short film. I love this.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your problem?
whoa. That looked like a Star Wars puppet
Yeah.
or something. What a douchebag. Who walks up to someone and says, "What's your problem?"
All right, today, sir. Okay, how's it going? All right, thank you.
Oh, interesting.
That's so cool.
That's fucking scary, man. So only some people are these weirdos.
Yeah.
The millionaires. Billionaires.
Yeah. He's gonna drive away in his gold-plated rocket car. Oh, that is kind of unnerving, huh?
That's so cool.
And you know, Mr. Piper is doing a lot of acting in this film without speaking,
Yeah.
which is, I think, aids the film generally.
Always,
but also
I think it's
probably
a-
helps
These,
it.
these shots
It's a
feel
smart
very
move.
Hitchcock.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
a little bit.
Carpenter was he's a big like OG 50s, 60s sci-fi boom, like trades type of thing. Very Twilight
Yeah,
Zone
absolutely.
type of a storyline.
This is very class conscious because
I wonder, yeah.
Yeah.
there are
some
some
and
people.
some aren't. Look, right here.
I told her, for yourself and for the baby. Go!
That's very unnerving.
It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital. The old cynicism is gone.
That is like word for word shit that fucking Reagan was
Yeah.
saying, like in that era.
It's morning again in America. And under the leadership of President Reagan, our country is prouder and stronger and better.
Except for it did like around 86, 87, so he was going like, where am I? What am I doing? Like,
I sold missiles to who?
Excuse me.
You look like your head fell on the cheese dip back in 1957. You're okay. This one, real fucking ugly.
now he's getting a little like getting a little wrestling.
And this is the type of performance he would be well suited for. Wow, this is uncomfortable.
Oh, dude, this is so fucking cool.
That's like pouring perfume on a pig.
Five more here. Body slam him!
Oh, good. Now let's go someplace quiet so we can talk this over.
I don't think so, bud.
Oh man.
He fucking clotheslined somebody! I felt it!
Oh my
yeah.
God, we got ourselves Roddy Piper's beating up these here pigs.
Shoot up!
It's a Whoa. Damn, he just shot that dude.
Nice.
So you bastards die just like we do.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Do you think they bleed blood? Or
If it was like black or green or some shit, you know.
Oh, yes, he's going. Yes.
This accelerated very quickly.
Yes.
We've gone from 0 to 4 stars in Grand Theft Auto very quickly.
That's true.
Is he in a bank now? Of course. Oh, it's just a misunderstanding, guys.
Look at this.
Ooh.
One of the best scenes.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
So I guess it doesn't necessarily, it's like some class, but I guess some sympathizers with the class are like maybe underlings.
Wearing sunglasses.
Oh, wow.
To me, this is wild because it's almost like they're kind of bringing a kind of weird sci-fi text to like a mass shooter kind of in a bit of a way.
Yeah,
You know what
I
mean?
will
Like,
say
which
it's
is-
hard for
which
me
is-
to root for this
which is
guy right
wild,
now.
you know?
Yeah, so they're aliens, I guess.
Yeah.
And who are you, little fella? Come and show where I am.
There is certainly, Sean, you're completely right, there's a valorizing and glorifying of mass...
It's an element to it, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Drop it!
Oh.
Oh,
I said drop it!
wait. Plot twist
not
here.
all cops are fucking aliens,
Yeah.
but all aliens are cops.
As Alex pointed out, it's not tracking one-to-one in any particular way.
Yeah.
It's just that there is a other class.
There's a
that's
You're in
force.
the
using it.
club. You're in the
There
club.
is
John Carpenter's like, I just wanted to see that ass walk across the screen.
He has a type. This woman looks strikingly like his actual wife. She's been in a bunch of types of movies. She was in Masters of the Universe. She looks like she could have fucking played like the Wicked Witch in Snow White.
Sure.
Couldn't you see her in that fucking dog cap?
So again, I'm enjoying this film, but it is insane to me that this dude went from undercovering the hidden secrets of human society and reality to mass shooting in like 5 minutes.
Inside of about 5 minutes.
You know what I mean? Like, it was a tight 5 right there.
I hope I look like this guy when I get in there. I'm probably already almost there.
Look, it's this
dude is all he looks like young Kenny Rogers.
Is this a homosexual?
A little bit of a representation over there, you know? I'm sure it played for a big laugh in 1987.
Kind of, yeah.
Guys, should we move to LA and buy BMWs?
I'll do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Oh.
Just don't hurt me.
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
I don't know any other if he has done any other films, but like he's
that none of us can
doing really well.
Yeah,
right?
You don't get a fucking Dwayne The Rock.
That's right.
Like,
yes.
like that doesn't happen that often.
TV sense.
Oh! Yeah! Oh, Holly Thompson!
Oh my god!
Coming in hot!
Dude, I mean, she's like, shoot your shot. Another mechanism that's very similar to The Thing. Now, who's who?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome shot.
There's some really great colors and some shots in this movie.
Well, that director of photography, Dean Cundy, who did like Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, all of fucking everything that we've ever watched him and John Carpenter do, he shot.
Wow.
Dude is a master.
Cool.
Like,
the director of photography role is something I didn't appreciate nearly as much until we started hanging out.
I gotta show you something.
No, you ain't showing me nothing.
Yeah, I'd be like, sorry.
Yeah.
So leave me alone.
because as far as he knows, he just went into a bank and shot up a bunch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Here.
Just turn the truck upside down and shake it out.
Yeah.
He looks like he could do it.
He looks like Thor. Like he could be.
Yeah. I mean,
Run! Get the fuck out!
Oh,
That's a cool perspective shot, though.
yeah.
oh, it's all gonna fall out though. You're gonna be all right. Dude, you're just falling out back on the street. Calm down. You need this.
I think that John was just excited to show the shot. You know?
Yeah, that.
1 week's pay.
It's the best I could do.
Nice.
Oh!
Try these on.
Look, you crazy mother.
Crazy mother. Oh!
This is one of the most famous fist fights in cinema history.
Put on these glasses. Or start eating that trash can.
Oh! Keith David got moved.
Yeah. He's got a good stance. He's got a good boxer stance.
No!
Really long takes, too.
Put on the glasses.
Oh, man.
I told you, I didn't want to be in.
Gosh, that alley looks so grody.
Dirty motherfucker.
Oh! Oh!
Don't, no!
No! Oh! What do you explain to your wife after this?
Like,
What did you do?
I gotta do a fucking 15-minute long fist fight with a guy because he wanted me to put on some sunglasses.
Yeah. Oh, was that your friend from work that also shot 12 people the other day?
Oh!
It's a backdrop, I think.
Right? That was a wrestling move right
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There are, again, some homoerotic overtones to this.
Oh!
And he's out.
Not on the mat.
You know, appraising this start to finish, it feels like a Hollywood fight scene toned down a little bit.
Yeah,
And then,
and like it's a character beat between these guys.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and deftly incorporating a lot of the show acting and pro wrestling maneuvering of Rowdy Roddy. And Keith David, to his credit, looks like he could hold his own in a WWF ring. Or... Oh my God.
famously long fucking fist fight.
Yeah. I think that might be a suplex of some variety.
Yes. Get those glasses on him and fucking end this thing.
Look! Look at him, they're everywhere!
You know, two good actors in this.
Yeah,
you know?
dude, for sure.
Life's a bitch. She's back in heat.
You think Rowdy wrote these lines?
I think I would not be surprised if he did some punch up on the script.
We are two cool dudes.
You never really answered my fucking question.
This is what I'm saying, where he's really good at delivering serious lines. It's a little weird that Keith David would expect the vagrant drifter from his job to have a plan to overthrow the world's secret government, you know, like... Hey.
Nice.
Look at that.
There's something new going down.
But I remember.
Brand new.
Oh, Contact. Now that's a little
They won't hurt.
cheap workaround, but I'll take it.
Hey,
I'll
man,
take it.
what are you gonna do? I mean, like, you know, it's like can't have the star of our picture running into a goddamn wall, you know, like,
Yeah.
even though
Or wearing
it's bright as
shades all the
fuck
time.
on the old school film set, so it
Yeah.
probably would have been fine.
I think it's fine. And I think a lot of it is because this film, like I said, has just been very straightforward about what it is.
Yeah.
You have any trouble getting here?
He looks like Jason Sudeikis' dad.
I can see that for
telling
sure.
you.
I can totally see that.
Mostly cop.
Whoa, wow.
Now, we need an assault unit. It's becoming more effective. So we have to be more careful.
Man.
Stay aware of keeping up appearances. Go to work.
I like that these guys are both just like very pliable in the way where they're just like, all right, we're just gonna kill ourselves some fucking aliens. Man. Like,
It's one of those things where your buddy's like, all right, I know this is going to sound crazy, but then you're like, I'm in.
The signal's coming from somewhere else.
Oh! Oh!
She's a part of la resistance. Deep undercover.
ooh,
Wow,
she's playing. Wait, is she Q?
Oh my god. I can't. I cannot. When he was
I think she
ranting-
might be undercover.
Oh, okay.
Like a double agent.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Oh shit, the pigs are here.
Oh, fuck!
No.
Not you, Daddy Stanfield. Oh my god! Oh, he's
This is horrible.
Yeah, I think she's been in on it. I think she's helping them.
This is grotesque. Where it's more just showing that the violence of the state can be deployed in horrifying circumstances.
Right. What's so scary about it?
Yeah.
Cool fucking lighting.
Yeah.
Attention. Your wristwatch has malfunctioned.
Oh shit, so that's how they get out of there.
Dude, go in the hole. This is good writing. Very simple.
He's having himself a Jon Snow moment where they're like, all right, just get the fuck down there.
You think that's where the idea for the game Portal came from? Because it looks exactly like a Portal.
Oh, interesting.
It's similar.
That fucking dude, how cool could you make a movie out
Everyone's
of that
cake
game?
in this movie.
There's that's the Ghostbusters.
Oh, that is.
It
is.
Here's the cabal of the most evil people.
Yeah.
The underground terrorist network has been destroyed here on the West Coast.
Underbite? Jeez.
Oh yeah, right.
Situation is normally.
How you doing, boys?
Why do I know that guy?
No, that's one of the old hobo guys from the beginning of the movie. Remember they cornered him, but now they've taken him into the fold.
Yeah.
I know we ain't supposed to use them except in cases of emergency, but there's so much fun. Now, take a look at this. Go on, take a closer look.
So they are aliens. They have alien language.
Yeah.
So the QR codes.
It looks like it.
Okay. Did not expect this level of detail, but
Right.
And here we got the brains of the whole operation.
Wow, this is the height of technology. Huh? This is. Look at how advanced.
For 87,
yeah.
it probably is.
Look at these aliens and their incredible machines.
Can you get us inside? I've never seen the inside of a TV studio before. You look like the gentleman to ask.
See them boys over there? Friends of mine.
You have your authorization cards. Right here.
Nice.
I like that Keith David and him have gone from interested in being friends, fighting each other, to realizing a common bond, and are now just
like
ride or
step
die.
Right, yeah.
We all sell out every day. Might as well be on the winning team.
And it's just this type of principleless ambivalence,
Yeah.
right?
See you, boys.
Yes.
Is the 2-minute break or the 30-second break?
Interesting that the imagery of corporate America is used here to suggest coalition with the aliens. This is a horrifying film. It is like deeply violent.
Oh yeah.
Well, I hate to interrupt you folks, but could someone please tell me how to get to the booth?
My new boyfriend's such a wild guy.
You never know what to expect.
You never know. He visited me at work today.
Oh! You called it, bud.
No! Keith David!
Not Keith. Fuck.
Holy shit!
Yeah, dude. And I really, you like him, so you're like, God damn it. Like,
oh, man.
right?
Oh, I
Pour
was
one
gonna
out for a real
She's
one.
the one who told them.
Frank! You and Holly Claire?
I'm Claire.
Oh, shit.
She has to be a human, though, right? Because they would have seen her earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Shit!
There's more of that blue. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh my God! Quick draw.
Can someone explain to me how
Satellite
dishes work? I mean... Ooh, so... Was that an alien beam, or...
Something like that.
How does John Carpenter understand satellite dishes?
Sure, just him taking a drag on a cigarette, like, have some alien shit fly out of it.
You know, we're gonna...
Yeah!
The Oscar winners give a press conference,
And now everybody sees them for what they are.
Oh, damn.
Interesting.
I'm fed up with it.
Now people see them.
I really like this. I think this is the epilogue too, and I really dig it.
Oh Jesus! Oh no!
Hey, what's wrong, baby?
That and we're done.
I'm gonna say, George Buck Flower died recently. That's why he seemed recognizable to me.
For real?
So, okay. I'm kind of like chewing on this already. I think my big takeaway from it is what kind of Alex and I were, kind of talking through in the course of the film, that it articulates a type of analytical framework and moral lens to understand some type of class oppression or antagonism, right?
Yeah.
It's maybe not explicitly Marxist, but it's speaking through the lens of there is a class of people that you are not a member of and you cannot become a member of.
Right.
That is working in a way to oppress you and others.
Yeah.
And you are part of a class of people that are now recently aware of this, and you have to make moral decisions in the world about how to act.
Right.
Yeah, and it's interesting.
How best to proceed, kind of once you sort of pulled the veil from like the how the world actually kind of works.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting such a nakedly harsh analysis of that dynamic in this film, but I thought it was effective.
Well, I think it's again one of those things where if there's an economy to just getting that concept and that idea to the forefront
Yeah.
pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure that there's like a way that you can make like a much more subtle kind of version of
Yes.
this film.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, like, this is a fucking kind of an action sci-fi movie starring Roddy Piper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it I think he kind of appropriately kind of amped up where his biggest strengths are, which
Sure.
is just like, you know, kind of kicking ass and being kind of charismatically kind of nonchalant about doing so and shit. He's like, I gotta meet it. The concept can't be so subtle and too dark, so I gotta kind of meet it with a certain level of camp.
Yeah.
And like a really razor sharp, fucking kind of cynical edge.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That I think is like, I don't know, man. It's by far from a perfect film, but I think it's a fucking lovely fucking.
I mean, I think
pot boiler
for
what it is.
Yeah,
you know?
but also like I think for how many people it reached, like maybe it did like influence some people's thought.
sure.
Like, well,
I don't doubt.
It's an iconic. It's an iconic movie.
It's wild. I think it's really cool. I think it's like one of the most original themes that we've come across.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
This does feel a little bit more like, as Sean referenced during the course of the film, the science fiction or the Twilight Zone or the Asimov or the Philip K. Dick kind of premise thinker movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you come up with a premise.
High motherfucking concept.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I think that its decision to go very straight very early on, like I said, they just kind of announced that this is like what's happening and we're not going to laugh about it. You know, that's the plan. I think works really well. I think that if this film was made now, and I don't want to be negative, but I think that Hollywood is too smirky and too cynical that they would they would undercut their own message either through humor or like sarcasm.
Yeah.
And then this entire effort just wouldn't work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's powerful as drafted.
In a lot of ways, I think that Carpenter was kind of one of the original. Whether I don't know if people necessarily if you know any of the producers of Blumhouse kind of could or would cite this movie as that, but he was almost like the original Blumhouse, and kind of what I mean by that, he goes like, okay, if I can get, you know, like I can make a movie that can kind of connect with people in some way, but the things that I want to say, like this clear critique of like a kind of a corporate fronted America, which is all over this fucking thing, is not going to, you're not going to get a guy, and also like how this guy kind of becomes like the lone gunman was definitely like a thing, but not in the mass shooter kind of way in the way that we recognize this now. Yeah. And to do that with your protagonist is like ballsy and kind of crazy and shit. And I think that you get a big budget of like, say if you got him on the hook for 20 mil, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to 5. 20 mil means that more people want to know and are wondering about the content of your fucking piece. If you do 5 million, it's enough where they're like, this guy's made Halloween, The Thing,
and you kind of sneak under the radar too.
No. It's like, because that's the Blumhouse thing. It's like they can kind of like they can make a movie like Get Out, which we were talking about before, which is like deals with a lot of like issues that probably like, you know, like a budget of like a Jurassic Park movie is not going to take a gamble on doing some stuff like that, you know? And so you do it for enough to where it's like, you know what? I bet you we can make some profit off of this, but they're not investing enough for them to fucking be on my fucking ass the whole time.
It feels like when you pilot a smaller ship, you can go a little bit further into more interesting waters.
Yes.
Right? Like when you have this huge blockbuster thing that stars Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, who's dragging a wagon for the record.
What's that?
Just saying. But that ship is big and it's not going to go very far, right?
No, but I know what you're saying. No. Because then, actually, even though we started talking about George Lucas in a way, one way he did say a very illuminating thing about Hollywood and how he said, essentially, what film studios and producers are, they are paying like a filmmaker to go gamble.
Yes. Yeah.
like where it's just like we are taking it. We think that you know how to play cards really good, so here's some stake money, and hopefully you come back with a nice little kitty for us. Even though sometimes, just for whatever reason, that type of a film doesn't connect with people.
Yeah.
But they've been looking at all these other players. There's a certain but there's a certain element of just kind of lightning in a bottle type
Sure.
thing with creative endeavors and if they connect with the fucking audience or not.
It's fine to like.
And
do
it's a
the-
cool. I always thought that was a cool thing. But if you roll up, you can be willy nilly with like 500.
Yeah, sure.
If you roll up and you're going to be ponying up like $2 million to get on the fucking table, people are like, there's going to be a lot of people looking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
And so
I think that type of analysis applies even further than just cinema production, though. It's really anytime you're
in
a business
getting
venture,
investors at all,
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
I mean,
100%.
I prefer to try out like the Ledger Studios that I'm doing, right? Like very like nimble, small, try it, fail.
See what
do it
happens
again,
that way. It's like
it's
there's skin off your nose if it fucking
I mean, and
does,
it's also
you know what I mean?
you get good at trying things,
Right, absolutely. And so, and with this movie, like, I think that was like a testament to him being like, it's like, maybe, obviously would I like to be able to play around with like maybe 15 or 20 million, get some better special effects and stuff like that? No. But like, will I be allotted the creative freedom by taking like by going a little bit under?
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I think that's kind of where he's sort of standing on that. And I think that it's a fucking awesome movie. I mean, like, I think that it's got a lot of memorable, it's like, what was that? Remember that one time we were watching that, who was it? It was Alec Baldwin was talking about Martin Scorsese. He goes like, really good movies are the movies with, if you don't remember scenes, you remember moments.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of moments, there's a couple of fucking moments in this movie that, you'll remember.
What do you think if we accept Sean's premise here, right? What do you think is like the most memorable moment from this film?
I think the very first time he sees the
face, glasses, right?
And just
agree.
the black and white and how it
completely
looks
agree.
and just kind of did that. Yeah, I think that's up
and
there.
then the other one that really, like, I always remember is when he's looking out of the hotel room after they fight and everything, and you see like all the billboards and stuff, like that.
Big matte paintings, all this.
I could tell. I didn't know what it was, but a lot of the wide shots were like.
Well, that would be how it's like. Like we can't obviously like dress like downtown LA, with all of these fake fucking advertising. Yeah, and that's a workaround.
But paintings or photographs and then painted over.
I think probably it depends on the matte painter. Maybe they would do that way, but like matte painters,
they look really good.
Just draw. Yeah, it looks pretty damn.
And I think
good,
that was purposefully done with keeping everything black and white too. With that,
yes, that helps a lot.
Yes.
No, that was another way.
It gave it a good look. Even the contacts were right.
No, but and the other thing because once we did kind of see them in the real world, they're like, they're purple and blue and stuff like that. Yeah. I think they looked way more striking in black and white, and that was because like they're like, all right, we got the budget to do this level of special effects. And so we can't like, obviously if we had some more money, we might be able to do it in color. But I do think that the black and white was, like sometimes like art through adversity type of thing or whatever it is. Like where sometimes what was perceived as a limitation actually brings you to like a better, creative kind of thrust,
I think it helped with the reveal at the end when you did see it in color. Like, that's
right.
I would say in the language of cinema too. Yeah. Just the very striking, almost Wizard and Oz-esque quality of there is the world. And then there's this other world.
Yes.
And how do I know which one I'm looking at?
Right.
This one's in black and white.
Right. It just kind of helps you like kind of.
And the cuts between those
were killer. They were so.
Yeah.
You know, like when they were having like the gunfight and stuff like that. They were,
Oh, that's another moment with the three officers. Like that were on the fire escape. Like
when they were
arching over the whole gap in the alley, and they're just like.
It was
laying
just
down
really
fire.
Like you said, it was like just
really.
Like,
that was a really cool
action.
shot. Yeah, that was a really cool shot.
Yeah, dude.
A criticism of the film, not to be negative, but just trying to think out loud, is that the characters in this film are well characterized but very shallow. Like I feel like I know
simple.
Yeah, Roddy, Keith David, and Hannah Jones, whatever. I don't remember her name. like I know that they all have some personality by the end of the film, but it's pretty shallow.
Thin.
You know what I mean?
But I think that parallels the style of film you're talking about, how we're just kind of owns it and gets right in there. Like it's not trying to make this like the deepest this gets is the glasses and shows you the reveal of what the messages mean, and that's it. Like it doesn't try to go any deeper than that.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I think that's a part like that. I think that works for it because again, like you're not trying to think or you're not trying to get invested.
Piece,
you're not trying to. You're not trying to care about them really. You're just trying to see like what's going to happen with this signal, and then how's that affecting everybody?
Or maybe it was like after John Carpenter was sitting there saying it's like, well, I didn't really kill you on screen with the back with the thing, so I'm going to put a bullet in your head. At the end of this. Like I think Carpenter enjoys kind of more archetypes as far as like characters, and then but what he likes to do is he takes like a kind of a pretty broad kind of brushstroke with a character, but he gives it to a really capable actor, and then they can kind of make it their own a little bit more within that space. You know what I mean? Like fucking, like what's like the character thing with like Laurie Strode in Halloween. Like she wants to go on a date with Brad and such, and she doesn't like getting stabbed in the face with a knife. Like that's essentially like her shit. Like that is her fucking. That's her handle. But
I guess I'm just an Aries. I love going on dates with Brad, and I hate being stabbed in the face.
But he saw something and believed in her ability to bring us along with her. Sure. And I think that was very similar with Keith and with Roddy, because Roddy is
well acted,
excels at acting really well. So much more than it's been I'd say it's been at least like 7 or 8 years since I've seen this movie. I did not remember him giving as good of a performance as he did. Like that little monologue, like talking about his dad, effective.
Yeah,
like, effective in ways that very few fucking like wrestlers or actors in general, I think, are able to do.
Well, I'll tell you, like, as a final takeaway on the film, I think that Roddy definitely surprised with like his performance.
Yeah.
And I think that this film's particular, as I'm saying, kind of very class-intensive lens that it's providing is like welcome and interesting. And there's like some really interesting timeless stuff here. But my biggest takeaway from this film is that John Carpenter is a very multi-talented, resourceful, versatile director.
I had no idea the breadth of his skill. Like
that's exactly right. Final line from me: I would give this film a B, maybe a B+. I think it is above average. I think it is really thoughtful. I think that it is effective in prompting the type of class-critical thinking that it's trying to do. The only reason I'm not like giving it a higher grade is because I just wasn't like deeply emotionally moved by the film.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like I don't feel it like in my bones in any meaningful way. You know,
you were along for the ride. You just maybe weren't as emotionally invested.
Right? Yeah.
I give it a solid B. I thought it not emotionally invested. Like the most you feel is when.
Keith David gets shot.
That was surprising.
I give it a solid B. I had fun with it. Again, like I think it's one of those things where if you don't ask questions because you're having fun with it, and it's like, you're realizing how like the story they're trying to tell. Yeah. Like I think that's a mark of a great movie. Like I'm not trying to find like the plot holes or make sense of the overall thing, because it's like it gets right into it and it keeps it through. It's solid. It stays same tune the whole way.
Right. It's a simple enough premise. It's like the opposite of like Rise of Skywalker, which does not, to its detriment, is trying to keep going. Like don't think about it, keep going, like whatever. And there's a wee bit of that with this movie, a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, but it's a simple enough premise that you can do that. And there's like 3 or 4 fucking main characters in this at all. You know what I mean? Like, and so you can kind of keep things moving at a clip and not
it's a good
sacrifice the overall
good
kind
pace.
Of,
yeah. What about yourself, Sean?
I'm going A-.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going up A-, just simply for the fact that I always, no matter what, like, if you can make something that is, like, even though the movie might not be perfect, I think sometimes movies can kind of be they can be perfect like within like the things that they're able to accomplish. And what I mean by that is the fact that like there's a lot of things in this movie that are iconic in ways that few films are, that carry through. That you know, like you guys were saying, like there's iconography and there's imagery in this movie that was in your fucking head.
I had absorbed it already
before you ever fucking set eyes on this fucking movie. And like if you can ever even come close to something like that, that's a pretty tremendous,
truly moving accomplishment. It's a big accomplishment.
Yeah. But for your guys' points, like as a piece in and of itself, just like kind of one, like you know, point A to point B. I totally understand what you guys are saying. I think I'm just kind of maybe just being a little sentimental and kind of putting respect on the name.
It's a wonderful example of a little bit of money and a lot of good thinking making a good film. Right?
Dude,
like
100%.
But again, I think that speaks to the skill of the director,
and
the editor,
all those guys,
whoever edited this movie.
Like just the team, because he had like a team of people. Like he was like him and Dean Cundon. They're like, we're making movies together for most of our career.
That's
like
great.
me and this, that, you know, like all that type of shit. So
works.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it was awesome. Again, hey, the fucking turns out our patrons got pretty
awesome recommendation.
Pretty damn
really
good. Like y'all got some good taste out there.
Yeah,
you know
a film
I
I probably would have watched anyways.
Right.
But I'm very thankful someone recommended
So
it.
also we thank you guys for fucking kind of giving us a little push to kind of get this thing done. Yeah. I mean, it was because of the thing, because this was the number one. This and Big Trouble in Little China, where they were like, these are the two, you guys got to check those out.
Well, I'm getting the John Carpenter message loud and clear.
He's got some good shit. So
I'm
be
such a fan now.
Yeah, I mean, like he's a really special, like kind of cool, slightly counterculture, on his own terms, like voice, and that's something that I respect. Man, we thank you guys very much, everybody out there on YouTube, and a very special shout out to the patrons who helped us pick this movie.
Guys.
Thank you.
And thanks a lot. If you want to get the full, uncut, completely unfettered reaction to this entire classic fucking flick, you can hit us up on patreon.com/JohnTankTop. Find us there. Just a little bit of money you chip in to support the channel and stuff like that. It's going to keep us being able to do stuff like this and helps us develop a bunch of the other
try to get LaCroix to
our
sponsor
LaCroix
us.
budget. Our LaCroix budget is getting out of control, so we're trying to fucking see if we can kind of get that moving. So anyway, we appreciate y'all very much, and we'll see you motherfuckers later.